Showing the dress. What? I feel like I should. Is this how many people are?
A bunch of classes at home, and that's why we're so late. So no, we can't do this. Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Video.
Appreciate it. And we couldn't even get our camera charged. They broke the battery charger, so we had to go through the last second. We got you now.
Yeah, I can't figure out how to get this to autofocus.
It's almost like so many people. Why don't you ask the boss?
You'll know. I'm nervous. So I can get the other ones to autofocus. But I think at Starbucks, I was like trying to write the speech, and I was like, how do I read it?
That's the downside of some of those things. Sometimes they work until all of a sudden they don't, and then it's.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, everyone, I should say. Welcome to Owen J High School, and welcome to our Veterans Day ceremony. If I could ask everybody to now please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats for the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you to the ROTC and to the choir for that wonderful introduction. That was absolutely great. Thank you so much. Again, welcome everybody to our Veterans Day ceremony. We do this every year in our way to show all the veterans of our community our thanks for their service to our country. This is just a small way that we appreciate what you've done for us and how you kept us protected and defended and served this country throughout your life. So we thank you all, and this is just a small way to hopefully show that thanks. Our first speaker will be Dr. Will Stout, our district superintendent.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to come speak on this day, and just so you know, as superintendent, this is a great day for me to get out into a lot of our schools. I started my day at West Vincent. They had veterans at that school and they had breakfast. I think 2 of our other elementaries had it this morning. Last week there was a veterans breakfast, and then we culminated with this event today. It's just wonderful, and we're so happy to be able to host this event. And I just hope as veterans that you just feel appreciation that our students and our school district has for your service. But as David said, I'm Will Stout. I am the superintendent of schools, the very proud superintendent of Owen J School District. And today we do have the privilege to come together on Veterans Day to show our respect and appreciation to all the brave men and women who have served our nation so proudly. At this time, or if you are able, I invite all current or former military members to please stand and be recognized. I did see a couple of familiar faces that are on the circuit with me today. They started with the breakfast, they're going to have lunch as well, so thank you. So on behalf of the Owen J. Roberts School District, our students, our staff, and our leadership team, I want to offer our most sincere gratitude for your service and sacrifice on behalf of our great nation. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for serving as an example to our community. And thank you for serving the United States of America. Before you depart, it is my sincere request that everyone here takes time to show their support and appreciation to all of those who have served. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, and beyond. Our veterans form the backbone of our country and our community. In addition to their military service, these men and women serve as teachers, mentors, and essential workers. They are parents, grandparents, friends, neighbors, brothers, and sisters to our community. We are indebted to them for their service. So thank you to everyone who made this possible today, particularly Mr. Schwank. Thank you for organizing this. Thank you again to our veterans and your families. You have our eternal gratitude and respect. And now at this time, I'd like to turn it over to our high school principal, Mr. Stephen Kohler.
Good morning. I'm going to be brief in my remarks, but I want to echo certainly what Dr. Stout said. And on behalf of the entire Owen J. Roberts High School community, as well as our larger district, I want to welcome all of our veterans and all of their families who are with us in our ceremony today. In addition to our veterans, their families, our students, and staff, I want to also thank Pennsylvania State Senator Katie Muth and Pennsylvania State Representative Paul Friel for joining us today for this celebration. In starting, I would also like to recognize the members of our school community who have made this event possible. I want to thank Mr. Schwenk and Mrs. Hendershot for making this event a priority, for putting in the hours of organization, and for giving it the importance and the dignity that it deserves. I want to recognize our own veterans, Captain Reed and Senior Chief McCulka, who lead our NJROTC unit and help to guide our next generation of leaders. I also want to thank all of our student participants and volunteers. Today provides a great opportunity for you to showcase your talents and helps our guests to see what our next generation has to offer. The celebration and recognition of Veterans Day presents a unique opportunity to bring all of us together. This event connects people from across generations, experiences, and interests. There are a number of lessons that we can learn by looking at our veteran community. Each of the veterans before us today have their own backgrounds, experiences, and beliefs, but share one thing in common. They made a decision to pursue something that was bigger than themselves. In a world that seems to grow increasingly fractured and where we often focus on our differences, our veterans have proved to us the power of putting our differences aside and committing to something together. In doing so, they have demonstrated great sacrifice. Military service is an incredibly selfless pursuit. Members who serve put their lives and relationships on hold in the name of the commitment that they have made to our country. The decision to place a greater good ahead of personal self-interest is a model that we all aspire to and would make the world a much better place. Once again, I want to thank all of you for being here and being part of this community today. I thank our veterans for the sacrifices that you have made so that we can continue to benefit from the freedoms that you have protected. I hope that today serves as a reminder for all of us to play our own roles in our community in the name of a greater good. At this time, I would like to invite the NJROTC Color Guard to step forward to perform a tribute to the Armed Forces.
Color guard. Halt. Left. Face.
We invite those of you in the audience who have served or who are currently serving to please stand and join in as your song is presented. The United States Coast Guard.
Forward. March.
Thank you again to the color guard, the Owen J ROTC, they did a great job. Our next speaker will be Jenny Wu, who is the Rho Kappa Social Studies Honor Society President.
Good morning, and thank you for being here today to honor our veterans. My name is Jenny Wu, and I'm the History Honor Society President. On this special day, we stand united in gratitude for the sacrifices you brave heroes have made to protect our freedom and our way of life. Your courage, dedication, and resilience are the ultimate symbols of service. As we reflect on your unwavering commitment, let us strive to live with the same sense of duty and honor you have shown. We owe you our deepest thanks, not just today, but every day. Thank you.
Our next speaker is representing the Owen J. Roberts High School Student Government. It's Student Government President Maggie Mullen.
Hello, my name is Maggie Mullen, and I'm the president of Owen J. Roberts High School Student Government. I'm honored to be standing behind this podium, be able to recognize all the veterans today as we gather to honor and thank the brave men and women who served our country. The history of the Great Day began at the end of World War I, also known as the Great War. Starting in 1914 and ending in 1918, the war was officially brought to a close when the Treaty of Versailles was signed in June of 1919. However, fighting ceased 7 months prior when the armistice between the Allied nations and Germany went into effect on the 11th hour, the 11th day, and the 11th month. On that day, people around the world celebrated the end of the war to end all wars and the homecoming of their loved ones coming home who were deployed in combat zones. 20 years later, legislation named November 11 of each year a federal holiday, originally known as Armistice Day, slowly changed to Veterans Day, to honor American veterans of all wars and conflicts. It is a day to honor everyone who has fought for freedom and peace in our great country. Today is a reminder of the strength and resilience of our military. It is a day to reflect on the hardships that you, our veterans, have faced and recognize the sacrifices you and your families have endured to protect our country. I'm standing here today to thank all the men and women who have dedicated their lives in the service of our country. Thank you for your sacrifices, for defending our rights, and for protecting us and the nation that we hold dearly. Thank you.
I'll adjust the mic for other people who aren't as tall as me. Sorry about that, Maggie. So our next speaker will be Pennsylvania State Senator Katie Booth.
I've been this tall since I was in 5th grade, so I get used to it. I am State Senator Katie Booth. I represent Senate District 44, which we are sitting in, which is part of Chester County, Berks County, and Montgomery County. I am also the Senate Minority Chairperson of the Senate Veterans Affairs and Emergency Preparedness Committee. And I want to start off by saying thank you to a whole crew of people, but certainly first and foremost to our veterans who are here, and to your families for your sacrifice and service. I want to say thank you to the choir. You all do a great job every year that I've ever been to this. To all the staff that organized today. It does take a lot of logistical planning to do something like this, and it's important for the community to come together in this way with people of all ages, to have students interact with veterans, and to show our appreciation. I also want to recognize the members of the Owen J. Roberts Jr. ROTC program, many of whom I had the pleasure of meeting a few weeks ago when they presented the colors at our annual Veterans Expo. and folks we had at the Expo Center. So I want to say thank you to them because they do a great job and are very professional. I participate in a lot of veterans events. This is certainly one of my favorite, as I mentioned, because of the interaction with students and veterans. I think that that needs to happen more often, and how we can work together to have dialogue between different generations, so that not only do you get to say thank you, but you also get to learn about the stories of all the veterans who have served our country. These brave men and women have served in times of peace and in times of conflict, facing challenges with unwavering resolve. We know that today is to acknowledge and honor those who served our country and wore the uniform of the Army, Navy, Air Force, the Marines, or the Coast Guard, but really that should be a daily thank you. Every day is Veterans Day. I also want to say that while we can say thank you and we should continue to do that, saying thank you is not enough. And this is something I think that maybe is a timely statement and it's a quote, I think, kind of resurrected from the past, and it's perfect for today, which is to honor a soldier. Be the type of American that is worth fighting for. And I think that applies to each and every one of us every day, that we try to give something and contribute something that's greater than ourselves, and work together to make sure that we continue to have the opportunity to live in a country that is truly free. So I want to say thank you very much for having me today, and let's enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
Our next speaker will be Pennsylvania State Representative Paul Friel.
And thank you, I'm medium height for this one, so. Good morning, everybody. I want to thank you for allowing me to come back here as a former school board member and
I don't think so.
so as a former school board member here at Owen J and member of the Pennsylvania House of Representatives, it's a privilege, it's an honor to come and represent our community on Veterans Day here at Owen J. You know, we're here today to honor folks who have served our country. And each veteran here today, I want to say thank you from myself, but also on behalf of the Pennsylvania House of Representatives and our community, I also get to say thank you for your sacrifice. And know that we're grateful. We honor those who have served when we take action, when we prioritize their needs, and we keep the promises our country made to each service member. It's imperative that we take care of our veterans. It's imperative that I think it's a really important point, as we have students here and we have community members here, that we understand that sacrifice carries on and their service carries on well beyond their time in uniform. But as they come home, you see many of our veterans became leaders of our communities, got involved with their civic organizations. And I think one way we can honor our veterans is to also serve, is to also get involved, is to also to uphold those ideals that they so valiantly defended. You know, it's worth noting that that heroism probably doesn't always feel heroic in the moment. I mean, quite the opposite. Heroism happens when we meet our toughest challenges. Heroism happens when we meet it with resolve, with hope. And we have challenges that we meet every single day, whether it's students in our community, whether it's our country, and we honor those who have sacrificed to give us this country when we also meet those challenges with resolve, with discipline, with professionalism. And we really reflect the values of our country and our community in our actions. And so today I want to say a special thank you to all our veterans. You are a great example for all our young people here today and our students, and I hope you take time to sit with our veterans today and learn from them and to hear their stories and to understand what service can look like, because I think that's a really important part of passing along that service that veterans do well and beyond what they serve in their time in uniform. So to all our veterans, I want to thank you very much for that. You not only have served our country and our community, but you continue to do so, not just by what you have done, but what you continue to do in your example. So thank you very much.
Our next activity will be the high school choir again. And they will be leading up, they'll be singing Thank You, Soldiers.
Everybody. I would just like to highlight a few students that are adding some additional enhancements to our pieces this morning. Thank You, Soldiers. We'll have a solo featured by a junior, Catherine Schweitzer, and we will be accompanied by Andrew Dibbitts on the piano. And then later, when you hear us sing Battle Hymn of the Republic, we will feature a quartet of 4 young men, Brady Rowland, Jeremy Hyde, Tom Peterson, and Austin Springer, and we will be accompanied by Mackenzie Keith for that piece.
If we could have the mic on the podium.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Naomi Mendenhall, and I am the commanding officer of the Owen J. Roberts unit. It is my honor to extend a warm welcome to all of our veterans today and express deep gratitude for your service. Thank you for being here today. Today is the day to recognize the courage, sacrifice, and dedication of those who have served in the armed forces. Each veteran among us has a story. Stories that have shaped not only their lives, but the lives of their families, their communities, and this great nation. Whether they're teachers, business leaders, parents, or neighbors, veterans are all around us, contributing to our society in countless ways. Their journeys may have taken them across seas, through the skies, and into the vastness of space, facing challenges that tested their limits, both mentally and physically. Some veteran stories have happy endings, some have sad endings, and some are still unfolding. On this Veterans Day, I encourage you all to take a moment to introduce yourself to a veteran and listen to their story. On behalf of the Owen J. Roberts NJRTC unit, I want to thank you again for your service and to wish you all a very happy Veterans Day.
It's true, it is
Okay, thank you again to the OJR Choir. They have done just a wonderful job and are an amazing group of students, and also the NGRTC, who's also amazing too. Can't say enough about the students we have here at Owen J. They represent us so well. They do such a wonderful job. Thank you to everybody who made this event possible. For all the veterans and their families in attendance, we'll now go to the LGI for the luncheon. The RTC will help you get there and show you the way to the LGI. For the classes who came and attended today, thank you so much for coming. And if you can take away any message from today, remember the service and the dedication and the sacrifice all our veterans made. Definitely talk to them, speak to them, and tell them thank you. Happy Veterans Day to all, and thank you so much for coming. Take care, have a good day.